What is going on, football fans, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Birds. Unfortunately, once again, we're reviewing players off another loss, and even though it's Buccaneers defending Super Bowl champs, yada yada, losing sucks and it becomes frustrating to watch at some point. So I think we need to start off this this review here in a positive manner. So we're gonna go through Jordan Mailata. He was a pleasure to watch on the right side. Had some skepticism last week. You could tell that he was coming off injury, not playing on his natural side, but he did really, really well in this game. So I think you're going to enjoy this one. Let's get right to it. Starting off, we got the first rep against Jason Pierre-Paul, and his get off and footwork in the pass set here is much more smooth than what we saw last week. You get a good pan placement on him, stalls his pass rush, so it's a good start. Next play. Again, another really good angle he takes on JPP here. Wants to kind of get the edge a little bit. Jordan gets his hands on him and then releases him before they can call that a holding. Veteran move. But then afterwards, again, he replaces his hands and get a good shove on him. Take a look at here from the wide angle. You're gonna want to see this one in the wide as well. So you got the initial pass set. That's fine. As Harris is scrambling out there for whatever reason, good pocket. He gives him that extra shove there. Strong man. RPO with the offensive line having a split zone to the left side here, and first of all, Mailata gives a very good push here, along with Jack Driscoll to Ndamukong Suh in the defensive tackle, and then comes up to the linebacker. Let's take a look at that one more time. So Suh there in the 3-tech, Mailata with a good push, and goes up for the linebacker. But we'll leave the rest of the play to the Jalen Hurts video. A tad late off the line on this rep, but it really doesn't matter. He compensates well for it. He takes some good steps here, quick as it's coming in his pass set, and handles JPP well. Very strong pass set here against JPP. This is one of those times where when Jordan Mailata gets his hands on you, see, he has his hands on both sides of the shoulder pads, and he has them inside of his frame. He's not going to let you go. Like, you don't have a chance there. Then a very good job of recognizing when to let go of the defender so you don't get the holding call at the end there. So now going up against Joe Tryon, rookie, I believe. Decent pass set here. Joe gets a good punch on Mailata here, so he's out of balance initially, and that gives Joe an advantage on the rest of the rep, because then he can pull him a little bit. So you're gonna notice that this is why long arms for a defensive end is a good trait, because that one arm stab he gets here before Mailata can get his hands on him, he can sort of dictate the rest of the pass set a little bit more, because from that point on, Mailata's gonna play catch up. Nothing too difficult here. Pierre-Paul is going to disappear, so Mailata's job is to help out Driscoll with Roches Nunez. Does a fine job of that. Very good rep here. Here's one of those reps where you can really tell that Mailata is getting more comfortable on the right side. He's doing it once again. We saw this a lot on the left side. He gives his inside arm to the defensive tackle, helping out his guard. Then as soon as he needs to fully commit to the outside with JPP, he does that. Gets a good hand placement on him. He's in a good angle to take on him. Play action rollout. So only job for Mailata here is just to give a good enough punch to Ndamukong Suh so he doesn't become part of the outside play there. He does that and a bit more good punch. Very good pass set against JPP here. Gets a very good angle on him. Stays relevant to his angle at all times, not leaving the inside susceptible. And a good punch there at the end. So in this play, everybody seems to realize this is a QB run except for Jalen Hurts. So taking a look at Mailata, he's going to down block on Jason Pierre-Paul to the outside. Gives him a very good push. Right here. Good push downfield. Gets him about 5 yards downfield before Hurts realizes that it's a run and has to stop him. Ultimately, JPP gets the tackle, but really out of sync from the entire offense there. Another really good rep here, just showing some awareness and showing some extra oomph from Mailata. As JPP is going to go inside here. He's going to jab him in there, so he has JPP in control. And then he's going to, with his one arm, he's going to take on William Golston. With the other arm, he's blocking JPP. Man, just getting a hang of that right side. On the next play as well, JPP wants to go inside. You let him. Mailata's in a good angle. He's not going to leave the inside susceptible. And that basically goes into William Golston as well. So he's helping out Jack Driscoll naturally in his block as well. So they got that right side covered pretty well. I don't really like the energy JPP brings on this rep here. As soon as he sees that Joe and Mailata is in a good angle, it's like he sort of abandons whatever move he has. But anyway, Mailata can only block what's in front of him. He takes a good angle right here. He has a good pass set. He has his feet planted well as he's taking on JPP. And Hurts starts to dance like he always does here, so it ends up in nothing. So there's some sort of miscommunication on this rep because Andre Dillard is moving at the snap. Jordan Mailata is laid out of his stance. Same with Landon Dickerson. So something's off there in the communication. But Mailata does a good job here anyway. Despite being half a second late off his get-off here, JPP is going inside. Joe Mailata gives him a punch. He's going back outside. Give another punch. Replace your feet. So even though it doesn't become as pretty as we've seen in the other reps, it's still effective. And we see a little bit more, a little bit quicker feet here, a little bit more athleticism. Pop, pop, pop. Go with one hand, then the other one afterwards. So that's a fine rep from him, despite being late. Very good rep here. And here you can really see how he is adjusting his pass set relative to JPP's rush angle. Because the first step he takes is wide. He's taking a deep step back here. Then the next ones are very subtle because JPP is sort of dancing a little bit here before he's going inside. So Mailata is countering the rest of the pass rush here from JPP very nicely. See, broad step, subtle, take the punch, replace. Beautiful rep. Right, so that didn't work. JPP, you're on the other side. That didn't work out. Now we got Shaquille Barrett next to Jordan Mailata here. Once again, good angle here. See this rep, he's gonna continuously get depth and take wide pass steps as he's coming out here, or deep pass sets rather. So Shaq is just gonna rush straight upfield in a line drive angle. He's just going right up. So you continuously take deep steps in your pass set. So he has him all the way through there, never gives up the edge one bit. Back to JPP. And now we also get a chip block from Zach Ertz on this rep. It's going to get chipped inside. Mailata reacts well to that, gives him an extra push. So JPP goes all the way into Jason Kelce. Even Kelce gets pushed back a little bit there. And then very nicely job by resetting afterwards. That's a bunch of movement and being pushed around and having to reset your feet. But after all that, he regathers his feet here well. He sets up nicely and has JPP in a lock hold there. Good job. Once again, play action rollout. So same job here. Get the push on Sue so he can't get out there. Good job. Does what he has to. Respects the line of scrimmage so he doesn't become a legal man downfield. Zone block. So straight up down block on JPP to the outside. Full control. JPD doesn't even want to try at this point. So now instead of all the dancing from JPP, he's gonna go for the edge this time. He's gonna go straight up field. So we get deep pass set from Mailata. And if you saw the last video we did on Panthers, go back and watch that. And you see how I criticize his lack of coordination in turning his hips and then driving defenders upfield. Well, I have news for you. Took 1 week, and then Jordan just simply did it as if he was playing on the left side here. Boom, punch, smooth hip transition. It goes all the way upfield there with JPP for about, I don't know, what is it, 10 yards? 10-yard drop back there for in total. Even further. That's 12 yards from the line of scrimmage where Jalen Hurts is standing right now. And Mailata, he gives it, like takes him all the way upfield. And that little throw where he throws himself there at the end. Whoop. A little extra he gives it there. That's fine. JPP has committed all the way to that side. So he's going to come all the way back for Jalen Hurts if he wants to go that way. All right, so now we have a new face in town. This is Anthony Nelson. And he's going to try to get the edge here from the wide 9 position. Good angle from Mailata. He's going to go out towards him. Narrow steps, subtle steps are coming out, and takes away the entire momentum of Nelson. Round 2. Nelson's going to try to get the edge this time. Once again, going to go a little bit more upfield this time. Denied. and Mailata just lays on top of him. Little stunt here where you got JPP going inside with an inside slant, and then Devin White coming on the outside blitz. Mailata gives him off well, picks up Devin as he's coming up there to the outside. Next rep, stalls JPP well, along with Jack Driscoll. Then you have Devin White on the delayed blitz. They sorted out pretty well. So I think this is a miss from Mailata. It looks like we're just playing basic man O-line. So we don't have any slides to any sides. We're not having a slide left where Sanders is supposed to take on whoever's coming off the edge to the right side. So Mailata's going inside with JPP here. And it looks like he misses the blitz from 51, who's coming up there in the C gap. Because like I said, we don't have any slides here. If we're sliding to the left side, it would make sense for Mailata to take a first step to the left side, and then Miles Sanders would pick up the outside rusher there. It doesn't have like that, so I think that's a miss from Mailata. Play action, good punch to Rakeem. Takes him for a ride there to the left side. Very good wheel block on Rakeem here in the B gap. In 3 technique, so he comes over here, gets him turned, so he doesn't become part of the play there to the left side. So onto the right side, good block here on JPP. Takes him for a bit of a ride here to the outside, gets him sealed off, and continuously pushes him downfield. Zone left here, good block on Devin White to the outside. So how do you like that? After 1 week where we saw flaws all over the place, this week I counted one mistake from him in this game. That was not picking up that blitz from 51 on the C gap. That is it. That is the only mistake I counted for him. He had much better technique, much more fluid pass set, setting up relevantly for the edge rusher, flipping his hips more naturally, very coordinated in his movements. Footwork was a lot better. He just looked at home, which is crazy because it's his second start after switching from the left side. So absolutely a positive from this game, and maybe one of the few.